those turkeys, needs to know how to prepare it, and we have the answers for you. Our friend Nicole Johnson is the director of the Butterball Turkey Talk-Line. She is kind enough to take some time with us every year around this time of season. Nicole, good morning.
Good morning, Matt and Harold. How are you guys doing?
We're great.
I hope you can hear me.
Great.
Okay, we're so busy this morning. You can call us at 1-800-BUTTERBALL. You can email, you can chat, and you guys know you can always text us your turkey question. Harold, you can even text us a question and include a picture.
Wow. That's
really
good,
cool.
because my question starts with this. If you had a kind of a sad-looking turkey here, Nicole, and thank God the Butterball product is a little more robust than this, are we still talking 12 to 13 minutes a pound, in which case it would take us about 12 minutes to fry this guy up?
Well, Matt, I can't speak to your toy that you have there, but I can tell you when it comes to the Butterball turkeys, we want to make sure that the turkey is fully thawed, right? That's always our number one question that we get. So for folks that are listening, remember it takes 24 hours for every 4 pounds of turkey meat to thaw in your fridge. If you don't have the refrigeration space, remember you can always use the cold water method. It's a faster method. It's a half hour per pound using that method.
So, Nicole, I'm wondering, what's the most common question when people call in?
Well, usually it's how people will thaw their turkey. Again, refrigeration or cold water bath method. But another common question we get is, how do I tell when my turkey is done? So we'd like to remind callers, purchase a meat thermometer if you don't have one already. They're relatively inexpensive. Truly, it's the only way to check for doneness. It's going to register 170 in the thigh and breast for best eating quality. Now, if you're a visual learner like myself, you can hop on the butterball.com website. We have a lot of how-to videos on there. We have a video that will show you exactly where to place that meat thermometer, 170 for best eating quality.
I know one of your most helpful videos, and I've referenced it many times over the years, is the carving tutorial. Because for somebody that kind of has inherited the man of the household duties, there's nothing more emasculating than butchering the turkey and giving everybody shreds of meat. So if there's a kind of a template for how to properly carve, what would that be?
Yeah, Matt, that's really a good point. I think whether it's carving or just hosting in general, it can be a daunting task, right? It can be very stressful for hosts. So we're really here to give you a leg up, to give you that helpful advice. To answer your question as it pertains to carving, my dad actually is always the one that does it for myself and for my 4 little kiddos, although not so little anymore. And there's really 2 methods that you can do. You can take off the entire lobe of the breast. You can do it that way, or you can go ahead and slice even pieces. But there is a video on the butterball.com website that will give you some tips and tricks for that.
Hey, Nicole, so when you have a lot of people coming to the house, you know, like I grew up, I'm the youngest of 8. So we always had a lot of people coming to the house for Thanksgiving. Okay. What is the proportion like? How big should a turkey be based on how many people you have?
Great question. So the answer to that, Harold, is 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds per person. 2 pounds really allows for generous leftovers. All of my kids love the leftovers, as do I. So from a food safety perspective, if you have those leftovers, it's great. You want to go ahead and refrigerate them. 3 days, they can stay in the refrigerator. For longer storage, you can have it in the freezer for up to 3 months. Now, if you're looking for some fun and new ways to incorporate the leftovers, you can hop on the website, and we have a lot of how-to videos on there. We have some fun recipes. My kiddos are fans of the nachos, the turkey nachos. We have some barbecued turkey sandwiches that are a lot of fun.
So it feels like with every couple of years, somebody invents a new way to prepare a Thanksgiving turkey. There was a time when deep frying was all the rage.
Yes.
We're hearing a lot about spatchcocking. And in addition to sounding like something dirty, what exactly is spatchcocking, and is it easy to do?
Yes and no. You perhaps would not want to try that technique for the first time on Thanksgiving, but you can definitely give us a call. And as your picture shows here, it's basically deboning. It's maximizing the surface area, and in turn is going to decrease your cook time. Now, regardless if you try spatchcocking, you mentioned deep frying, electric countertop roaster, microwave, as long as the turkey is small enough, you always want to make sure that you do use that meat thermometer to check for doneness.
Oh, microwave, no, no, no bueno, man. No, there's no chance. Can you actually prepare a proper Thanksgiving meal in the microwave?
Yes, you can, as long as it's 14 pounds or under. It's more of a moist heat cook method. It's not as popular, obviously, as the traditional open pan method because you're not going to get that beautiful golden brown turkey. But we do get phone calls oftentimes from college kids. Maybe they've been, snowed in and they're in their dorm. Maybe somebody doesn't have a proper working oven. So sometimes the microwave is, might be all they have. So we can give you, some tips and tricks and some time guidelines for that.
Okay. All right. How in the world does somebody get a job there? What do they got to know? I mean, gee whiz.
I didn't think you'd go there, but yeah, that's a good question.
So the Talk-Line itself has been open for 44 years. I've been on the Talk-Line for over 20, but a lot of my coworkers well surpassed that. We have some folks that are upwards of 30 years. But to be on the Talk-Line is a seasonal position for us, and majority of our team hold outside positions in a food related area. We have registered dietitians, we have chefs, we have culinary instructors, we even have a couple of food scientists, which I think really just goes to show the dedication of our team.
Wow.
A lot of us are taking time off from our full-time jobs. We're dedicating all of Thanksgiving week. Right? This is like our World Series, right? This is Butterball's World Series right here. Leading up to it, Thanksgiving Day, we're all working 8, 9, maybe even a 10-hour shift to answer your Thanksgiving question.
It's such a great public service because, as we know, Nicole, an improper preparation of a turkey could lead to a mini disaster. And what we're trying to do is avoid things like this.
Beef jerky time. You want some beef jerky?
Oh my God, that's just turkey jerky right there, or maybe turkey chow mein.
I love some Chinese food.
Yeah, that would. Do you have disasters like that reported to you occasionally?
We do. I believe that's a deep fryer that you're showing. So for folks that want to try the deep fried method from a safe, perspective, you want to make sure that your turkey is fully thawed. The last thing you want is for any of those ice crystals to hit, to hit that hot oil.
Nicole, you are locked in and not falling for any Matt shenanigans.
What do you mean? There's no shenanigans here.
I love it.
Look at how long this fire went with the turkey fryer.
My gosh. Unbelievable.
I mean, look how quickly that can happen.
So Nicole, while we're watching Matt's shenanigans, which it is, I want to ask you the last serious question here. How did you get involved with this? What made you want to be a person that's sitting here talking about a bunch of turkeys like Matt forever?
Well, I was actually finishing up my own graduate work in nutrition dietetics, and one of my teachers at the time gave me a referral on the Talk-Line back in 2001. And I've been on board ever since. It's an amazing position. There's something about that human connection. There's a lot of awesome ways to reach us, right? Email, chat, text, social media, and those are amazing. But really, the heart of the Talk-Line is the phones. There's something I think to be said about that human connection. We have a lot of folks that call every single year, and maybe they just want some new, a new fun way or tips and tricks in which to prepare their Thanksgiving meal. But it's the folks that maybe they have lost someone recently. They've been handed down, the baton, if you will, to prepare the Thanksgiving meal. And just to hear that satisfaction and kind of take down that stress level in their voice is more than rewarding. So.
All right, last thing, and then Matt's going to wrap it up. He talked about having to cut the turkey. Well, is there a certain way to start with the cut of the turkey, a certain angle?
Well, depends on if you have an electric carving knife, Mike, or if you go ahead and if you have an electric carving knife, or if you have a sharp knife. That is always key. My dad, as I said earlier, always takes on the task of carving the Thanksgiving turkey. So make sure you have a sharp knife. It's really going to ease with the carving. And go ahead and after the turkey comes out of the oven, let it sit for about 15 or 20 minutes. And that too is going to allow those juices to settle and will prevent the turkey from spattering and ease with the carving.
The Turkey Talk-Line, 1-800-Butterball.
How did you come up with the title?
It's pretty clear. It's the Turkey Talk-Line. Nicole is there along with her team. They're there through Thanksgiving. Nicole, we can't thank you enough for joining us as you do every year. Happy Thanksgiving to you, and enjoy the rest of what is a very busy week, I'm sure.
Thank you, Matt and Harold. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Nicole. Great. Appreciate you.
800 Butterball.
Thank you.
Muchos thank you to Nicole.
Did you learn something, Matt?
I did.
Right.
I didn't know that if you're deep frying, a little piece of ice could give you the problem right there. You're an expert at this stuff, as we've documented for years. And 2 new members at your table. I mean, the Friends of Harold Thanksgiving gathering is a very, very high honor. Our former colleague Keith Costas there, Phil Knight, Justin Herbert, Ray Negron. A lot of swag. Oh, God.